Week one, LSU at Clemson, one of the biggest games of the weekend. This is going to be awesome. This is the battle for Death Valley. Next year, it will be at LSU. This year, we are in Clemson, South Carolina. They're hosting the LSU Tigers. This is going to be an awesome game. At night, I'm going to be there. I'm super excited about it. Let's get into a little bit of a game breakdown. So we'll start with Clemson's offense. That's going to be their spotlight this year. They have Cade Klubnik returning, Heisman Trophy candidate in the preseason. He had a breakout year last year, and he returns a bunch of guys out wide that are going to be weapons and threats for him. They return pretty much all of their offensive line. Walker Parks is going to be a game time decision. Dabo just said that he is healthy and he's been practicing and he's going to be a game time decision. But it sounds like he's going to play. He just doesn't want to lead on to LSU that he might not be playing. But the receiver unit that they have here it could be one of the best units in the nation. With Antonio Williams and Bryant Wesco, TJ Moore, like this unit is elite. And then they have Tyler Brown, who has been making waves again this fall. So they are set up for success offensively. Their biggest question will be the running back room. They lost now Phil Maffa. Now they have to replace him. Adam Randall came in late last year, transferred from receiver to be the running back. So we'll see how he fares in that position. But that's really the only question mark that they have. Their offensive line will be steady and great. And that like kind of the same thing goes for their Clemson defense. They have a lot of returning starters. I think their biggest question will be in the secondary, particularly the back half of the secondary, safeties, free safeties. But their defensive line has the potential to be one of the best in the country. They brought in Will Help from Purdue, and I think he'll be elite on the edge on the other side of TJ Parker. And their second level is great too. So I think they're going to be really solid defensively. Obviously, they bring in Tom Allen, who will be a pretty big upgrade, or at least should be a pretty big upgrade from Wes Goodwin. Let's look at LSU now. Like their offense, they have Garrett Nussmeier returning. That's huge. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country. And they have Cade Durham in their backfield also returning. So in the backfield, they have two returning starters, which will be great. But they are replacing pretty much their entire O-line. So the opposite of Clemson, they're replacing a lot of dudes. And two of those dudes that they have from last year, there are maybe even more, are in the NFL. So they're placing NFL caliber dudes on the offensive line. So we'll see how they're going to fare against the Clemson defensive line. Now, their receiver room has been upgraded. They have Chris Hilton, Nick Anderson, Aaron Anderson, Barian Brown from Kentucky, Xavier Thomas. Like they have some weapons on the outside as well that if Garrett Nussmeier has some time and the offensive line for LSU does their job, they can make some noise. So look for that to happen. That's going to be part of their bread and butter for the season for LSU. On their defense, this has been the biggest hurdle in the Brian Kelly area for this LSU defense. They have now made a hire from last year with Blake Baker, who made the defense marginally better, but still, kind of cost them the games in a lot of areas. So we'll see how they're going to be this year. Is it going to be the thorn in the heel or whatever that saying is again for LSU this year? What's Harold Perkins going to be? Like he broke out in the freshman year and he was excellent, arguably one of the best defensive players in the country. His sophomore year, not so great. And then also he got a little bit of hurt. Now he's in this star position, which is like a hybrid safety linebacker position. So he'll be all over the field. So we'll see. We'll see. Can he be a star like he once was, or like the past couple of years, or he hasn't been all that great. Then you got Whit Weeks, who has been solid on the second line of defense, and they brought in transfer cornerback Delane Mansour. I think who will be really, really solid for them. He was really good at Virginia Tech, and I think he'll be a solid addition to this defense for LSU. Will they improve holistically on defense? We'll see. If so, by how much? So we'll give a prediction on this game. The line is at I think like 3.5. Right now, it's been going from 3 to 4, and I think the latest I saw is 3.5. So it's at Clemson, at home, night game. I think the two biggest differences in this game will be the Clemson defensive line and the Clemson receivers. I think the Clemson defensive line will cause problems for the LSU offensive line all night, and I think the receivers will go back to what Clemson used to be expecting year in and year out with like elite level receivers. They have that this year. So I think they'll take advantage of an LSU secondary. So give me Clemson minus 3.5. Follow Big Body Ball CFB on all socials.